this. I'm looking here, I'm looking here, I'm looking here. It's too much. Now I have an actual camera and I'm looking at the viewfinder. I think that's what it's called. In actuality, if you think about it, really, I'm just sitting in a room talking to myself. Unless, obviously, someone else is in the room. But then it's just you two talking to each other. Anyways, my singleness story, guys. So, boom. I do have a promise ring. If y'all don't know what a promise ring is, a lot of people get promise rings from like their fathers or like special father figures in their life or people. And so I had a promise ring when I was younger and I got that from my dad, and then I lost it. And then after that, I recently got into a relationship with my boyfriend, and it's basically promising that he's going to marry me in the future. I'm gonna tell y'all how I led up to this point, because kindergarten, let's just say the playground was my hunting ground, you feel me? Because I was just the one that was always, you know what I mean? Middle school relationships were non-existent because I was always friends with the guys. I was kind of tomboyish, and you know, I still am a little bit, but you know, as I got older, I got more girly and I wanted to be cute and all those things. High school, you know, basically I've been single my whole life until I was 20 years old. I'm 21 now, but until I was 20 years old, I never kissed anybody, never been in a relationship, never had an intimate hug. Y'all know what that is. And never held no hands intimately. Like, that just wasn't my forte. I struggle with it a lot, you know. Obviously I reached a point where I was like, okay, Lord, I am good in this singleness season. But there was a point before where I wasn't. And there was a point before where I just wanted to be with somebody. I constantly was praying to God, Lord, send me a relationship. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing, Lord? Like, is this punishment? I want a kiss. I want a kiss. That was definitely the flesh. And so as I continued, you know, I started probably about 16 or 17 was when I really started developing my relationship with the Lord, therefore developing a relationship, a really good one with myself. There are things as a single that you can't do in a relationship. And so my journey, I definitely struggled a lot with self-worth. I definitely struggled a lot with what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. I didn't know what I wanted necessarily in a relationship or in a guy at that moment, or the only examples I had was the Word, which I wasn't reading that much. But I did have the example of my father, who was an amazing example, and my brothers as well, who are also amazing examples. Like, there were certain things that I was dealing with that were hurting me and making me see things distortedly as far as people and relationships. I mean, first thing I had to change was my mindset. I had to realize that not only do I have worth, but so do other people. I had to say it to make myself believe it. But I definitely started to accepting myself and being alone with myself and being okay with the fact that maybe a relationship was not my calling, but I just had to get familiar with the Lord and get familiar with what He wanted for my life. In that process, yes, the urge and the natural tendency to want to be in one, if that was my heart's desire, was still there, but it didn't cloud my mind anymore. It was almost like, yeah, relationship is great, but God, what you have for me is so much greater, and I'm more excited to do your will than anything. You act like when you get with someone, every part of you that bad leaves. No. Everything gets revealed, because this person is like trying to mesh their lives with you. So everything that you are and that you do is gonna show up. There's obviously things that you won't even know about yourself until you get into a relationship. And that was me. I got into a relationship. There was things I was like, dang, I didn't realize that that was a thing. Establish boundaries and establish communication and establish time with each other. You realize that the problems and the issues that you'll have in the relationship, you're able to talk about. If I'm in a relationship and I'm having an issue and I can't talk about it with that person without them getting angry, or without them not wanting to bring it up, or without them not wanting to solve it, get out. Don't stay. You can't even talk. You can't even say nothing while you're in the relationship. So get out of there. Go find you somebody who wants to talk about everything. And I mean everything. Nothing is off limits as far as topics. One person on this hand cannot not set boundaries and the other one set boundaries, if you feel me. There's so much more. You are dealing with another human being with experiences, environment that they grew up in. Siblings plays a factor, no siblings plays a factor. Their parents play a factor in their lives, schooling, upbringing. It all matters and it all shapes each individual person in this world. And for you to be one-sided and not understand that about someone, it can bring a lot of different dynamics. But what does bring people together is Christ and is God, and that's the only thing that really is ultimate in the relationship. The more that you guys come together with Christ and with Jesus, the better you guys become together. Yes, you want somebody who's interested in the things that you are, who loves the things that you do. You want somebody that adds value to you. You want someone that helps you, but also you add value to them. And so I think being with someone with a purpose and understanding what their purpose is in Christ and what their purpose is in life and an idea of what Jesus wants them to do is very important. I love y'all, man. And I hope that y'all enjoy this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share it, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If somebody didn't tell you they loved you today, I do. Oh, hey, I didn't notice you there. Come closer. Yeah, just a little bit.